You know, man, I think tapings should be a little shitty. They should be a little raw.
I love that. No, for sure.
I think I'm tired. I think it's a certain act needs the grand stage
Yeah.
and polish and everything in place, and then some people like on the low road, the low kind of comics need some kind of bullshit. You know, we need the fuckery. You know what I mean? You need some kind of pushback. That's what about specials. That's the thing that takes away from it being feeling special. Is they're already kind of bought and paid off.
Yeah. They're not making an event of it. It's just, hey, here's another of the boiler template special that you've seen a million times, and now I'm doing one.
Yeah.
Versus like, here's a live event. Here we're gonna capture a moment. You're gonna be a part of this. Whether we hit the high notes or the low notes, if we miss a beat, that's all the jazz. We're gonna feel it. We're gonna live this.
You took and with that a beautiful just transition. It was like a waiter coming in. your drink, sir. Yeah. The Chris Rock special, man. That everything you're talking about, and this is the thing. This is Night Talk. This is a show that we took a hiatus from that we love doing, and it's the most bullshit show. I think that's why we took so long off that I forgot why I was like, what was this about? Like, who asked for this? No one.
How do we do this?
Yeah. How do we do this again? Who asked for this?
Definitely nobody. Nobody asked for this.
Asked for
I would know that.
Where am I? I'm on that type of shit, and I forgot just to have fun with it, man. And now that I remembered that, now we're having fun, and that's what this show's about. It's about a good time, and the news stories and the opinions. It's embarrassing at this point. It's embarrassing you should be embarrassed to give your opinion.
I feel like that was a shot at me.
Yeah, you, Jordan. Like everyone has our opinion. The whole thing is we're in the opinion business. So I'm gonna talk about the Chris Rock special. I'm gonna talk about it. I only say shamefully because we've spoke about Rock before. And this is a go to the game. We've given his flowers. He's
the best.
He's one of the best. So the only reason I could give an opinion on it is because I do it. I love it. And Rock is one of the people that, man, lit that torch. Pause. He lit my torch at a certain point, and he left so much good. He's made so much good work that this special. It wasn't it, man. Wasn't it. It wasn't it. And I'm going on the record saying that is only coming from a place of a guy who knows what he is. He's done it. Like took comedy to just another level.
And then when they said he couldn't go any higher, he was like, well, I'm going to go 10 steps higher.
He's done it before. So with this one, I'm giving an honest critique. As a fan of the guy's work. I don't know the guy. I got respect, nothing but respect. The work it wasn't it, man. He didn't take it all the way there. So it being a live event, which is what comedy, that's the essence, and it being pushed as a live event, he did the special thing where you stick to the script. Like you've been practicing this script. And you're like, it worked here, we're here. I'm gonna say this script, and it was like, I don't even want to see no I don't want to see a special like that from one of the greats of the game like that. I don't want to see. I want to see more. Yeah, I would love. He wasn't disrespectful enough.
That was at a stadium, right?
A theater.
A theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, great look. All the action was there, and everyone was waiting for this like a wrestling match because of the slap.
Because it's all fake.
He spoke about it, but it just after a year waiting, I was hoping for, I was just hoping for more, just more disrespect, man. I'm a piece of shit. You know what? Because I'm just another asshole who, with an opinion, who what do I know? But I was waiting for. I wish that he came out like I wish that he opened. Had August C-Love, a senior, whatever the nigga's name is, the guy, the singer, who was plowing the wife.
I can't keep up with all the people.
It's nigga news. It's nigga news, man. So
too many.
I wish that he had the singer. Don't worry about it, man. We'll get into Dilbert later. Look, the senior. I just wish it was fun, man. It was missing that fun. And okay, I can fuck this up any minute because he's got the bag. This is what it is. We put people on these pedestals and we put our projections on what they should and shouldn't do, and that's asshole shit. So I say all this with with respect. I would talk to him and say the same thing. Like, if I was in that guy's, in my opinion. Hey, Rock, let me tell you. Yeah, the guy was making $40 million. So he did it right. He did everything right. He was right. All his points were right, but they weren't reckless. And I feel like stand-up, especially a guy who was reckless. He was disrespect, punch up, down, punch your mom in the stomach type comedy. Mm-hmm. Push a little girl in traffic. Nah, that's too far.
No, I mean,
that's too far. That's too far. Don't worry about it.
Tamborini talks about feeding his daughter broken glass. So, I mean,
Who said that?
Rock.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that's it. That's him. That's him. That's his road.
Yeah, that's his road, man. Come on down back to the low road.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Come on down with us in the sewer. Come on, man. Just play. Yeah, just come fuck around with us for a little bit. Talk so crazy about her, or like either one or the other, man. You gotta talk crazy. Which I just felt like his foot was on the brake. He might have said a loose bitch. He said a loose bitch. He didn't, which ain't
Was it that his slap back wasn't as hard as Will's slap?
No, man. This guy Will, at the end of it, it just was like, you told us your story, but you didn't bitch slap him verbally enough. Like in a comedic way.
Yeah,
in a comedic way, within the ground, because that's the sacred ground is the stage, and that guy stalked it and put so much down on it that's part of the culture. Like he with his jokes, man, I can't give the guy enough praise of what he's already done. But this special, what we were waiting for, and it being live, is like it made no difference that it was live. Because it was still locked into what happened a while ago, and he closed with it. I wish he opened with it. Because it was what we wanted. It was what the bullshit people wanted to hear. Because it was what they wanted to hear after a year.
Yeah, because I didn't watch it, but I can see that like I'm not focusing on the jokes I'm watching right now because I want to hear about the slap. So I'm not paying attention. I'm just like, okay, get to the slap. Get to the slap.
Yes, there's a get to the slap. Yeah. Exactly. And then when you got there, you didn't, I feel like it's still more slap left. It's unresolved.
Right.
And for me, and I was over the slap, but you already know how I felt about the slap. I put it, and that's the only reason I'm speaking on this, because like a lot of comedians, we made jokes about the slap. And I've made my jokes. It's in my special, which people could critique and say this is trash. This
coming soon to Patreon.
Coming soon to it's in my special. And it's like, that's I don't want to hear about that shit. Fine, that's cool. That's cool too. I say something for 30 seconds. You know, you were there. You taped it. Allegedly, yeah. So it's not like I'm a guy who's just on the sideline talking and not doing, put up or shut up and all that kind of shit. So we look up to Rock, man. I won't say we, I say me, look up as an artist. And I want to, the next thing he does, I want him to not. I don't know how this guy feels. I don't know how he feels. I do from the special. It was like he said he came out with some good premises about what's going on now in victim mentality, and was like, I'm not a victim. But then, as he's explaining the story, it's kind of from a victim point of view,
right?
So it just kind of was in this middle ground of, are you gonna go at him? Are you gonna?
He still feels like he's kind of under Will's. He's still afraid of Will. He's still Will's bitch a little bit.
Shook, man. He looked a little shook, man, and I don't like it. That I don't like. I think that the safe space is the stage, and especially for a guy like that. And I just was hoping that he would, just go out there and really, really, go all the way with it, and then, there is no too far. He just addressed what was going on with selective outrage, like that. He's right. So all the premises were right, but it just wasn't right on time. Like I wished it would. That's just my honest critique, and I just want him to. I would want him to know, like, I want to see a black man get older in the game and get who's successful. You got the bag.
Yeah.
You got the shine. Man, talk crazy on
keep your teeth sharp.
Man, talk crazy to these niggas. Talk, and because it's all a joke anyways.
Yeah.
Life's a joke. And you made a great living at it and got prestige earned. So take it all the way there. Like, when I'm an old black man, like, I'm gonna talk fucking crazy. Like on that Dick Gregory type of time, like,
well,
huh?
So you're there now.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you like that.
I got scared.
Don't leave me.
I got scared.
Hey, don't leave me. Don't Dilbert me. Don't you Dilbert me, brother.
I'm already a puff of clouds.
Don't you Dilbert me, you son of a bitch. I see it in your eyes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where am I going to go? I know where to be.
All right. Because that's because you're a poor white.
Dingy for life.
You're a dingy life, and I'm a poor black. How you doing, you son of a bitch? Dilbert would hate us. If he knew if he saw our bank accounts, he would think we were scum.
I could trick him for a little bit, but yeah, he'd find me out.
No, you guys, he doesn't trust you. He doesn't trust your kind. Yeah, because you guys told on him.
Not me. I didn't snitch. I don't snitch.
You guys told on Dilbert, man. Well, actually, he told on himself. Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert, a cartoon that, man, come on, man, a comic strip. You know niggas don't read.
It's everyone's white in there.
It's pretty white.
Everyone's in IT.
Yeah. So Dilbert said, the creator said he is done helping the blacks.
So I think it makes no sense whatsoever as a white citizen of America to try to help black citizens anymore. And so I'm gonna back off from being helpful to black America because it doesn't seem like it pays off.
And he says some other choice words about the blacks.
And I'm also really sick of seeing video after video of black Americans beating up non-black citizens. But every damn day I look on social media and there's some black person beating the shit out of some white person.
He jumped out the window, man, out of nowhere, and I'm laughing because I'm fucked up. That's funny to me. Racism like that. That's kind of, because everything is blanket under racism. You're like, yo, this guy's racist. That's what everyone tweeted.
Yeah.
I watched the video, and he definitely, if he was auditioning for a kind of a racist dude, he would have got the role. Or a guy who says racist things.
Right.
I'll be serious about it. That's, if you listen and you go, just the words he said, you go, whoa. You don't. So you're telling other whites to move away from blacks. That I would think that's in the. And then he gets canceled. And I start thinking that's odd that a guy this older white man would just at this time just jump out the window like that. You know, maybe that's not odd. Maybe that's just, you know, super common. But then he started doing interviews. I saw him pop up in the interview with the black Israelite, and I go, wait a minute. Okay, so he's not fucking with niggas, but then he's with the black Jews. Okay, this is fascinating.
Apparently he's done helping black people, but like, who can turn down a good interview? Some good press. Can't turn down good press.
Good press with the black black Israelites.
Some nice lighting, a good backdrop. Hey, I'm in.
Man. Yo, he was getting he had something else to say. So that's where the story got interesting to me. Was why did he do that? Why did he say that? And why do I give a shit? I don't, but I put it on my Instagram. Yeah. You know, cause the low road giveth.
Did you even know who this guy was, Scott Adams, before this story?
You bet your patootie I didn't. You bet your
I'm not surprised.
Tits from Tuesday, I didn't know who this son of a bitch was, but I know who he is now.
Yeah.
So I said, what does this guy have to say? And then he's done an interview with Cuomo too, and he said, man, I said it that way for a reason, because I knew that would make you niggas listen. He kept it. So that's what made this crazy, is that you don't get a lot of honest, if you want to call it racism, honest racism, where the guy, you get apologies, you don't just get a guy to go, hey man, to me, I'd much rather deal with a person that is upfront with how they feel about,
here are my cards.
And then if they're if they go, well, you got some more to say, especially if it's not a guy who was employing black people.
Especially if it's not a guy, okay.
If it's not a guy or a politician, you know, someone who's supposed to be looking out for the interests of everyone. Not everyone has to do that. That's not a fucking requirement for any human to do, is to give a shit about another human. Let's 100%. Just say it on the low level.
I agree with that for sure.
Okay, so that's one of his. That's one for Dilbert.
I'll write that down.
Let
me get that in there. I'll get a board going.
I got notes, man.
I'll get a pie graph.
Oh my god. Yeah, right now I felt like, I shouldn't be laughing at this, and then I put it on Instagram, and what do you know? All the black people said, yo, I don't see the problem with what he said. And I said, you niggas, man. Wow. Think you know some people. So the black people agree with him.
Right.
Yeah, and then if you really want to dig into it, you know, you're like, wow, man. I'll get into my opinion right after. Yeah, we'll wrap this up. So there's not a lot of meat on this bone, but he said that for a reason.
Right.
And he wanted people to get the conversation started, you know, so he's a party starter. He's a conversation starter.
I feel like this is a conversation starter that's directed almost towards me now. Like, everyone's saying, the black people are saying, don't bother with it. I think by then I gotta leave. I gotta go. I gotta take off. We're done.
Well, Dilbert,
Dilbert showed me the way.
Yeah, Dilbert showed you the way.
I didn't know. Man. I thought I was here helping black people, and apparently I was just being an idiot.
You know what? Only black people could make you that mad that you would throw in your
right.
ally card. So
okay.
Yeah, the minute when I push you, because if I push you too hard, you go school shooter. Or lone wolf.
I'm already there.
You'd be a great candidate for lone wolf. But I don't want you to put me on your list. So when you're done,
you don't gotta worry about me.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. We started out with 5. Oh my god! Everyone who works with me is on that Dilbert tip, and these are black people and Mexicans. Burrito's not Mexican; he's El Salvadorian, but. Black people, Jamaicans, all the POCs.
Yeah.
And Renee's Mexican. So I wasn't wrong. I was just a little racist.
I don't even know who that was.
You know, yeah, that was before you. Yeah, so I think he said it. He said, "Hey, man, who people don't want to live in a crime-ridden area and all of that type of talk." That's what he's kind of not backtracking, but going around explaining what he meant by that. I grew up in the suburbs. You grew up in Canada. You grew up outside the city.
Oh yeah, I grew up in no population on the town. Lived on the same road with my family's name. You have to walk a very long ways to see a neighbor.
So were you poor?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know what? We were fun. I had a weird, not weird upbringing, but it was like I grew up in a good neighborhood from 6. All the neighborhoods were better back then, but I didn't grow up in the slums, the hood.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I grew up. But then when I would go to Sacramento, my cousins and grandma stayed in, I guess, the projects there. And let me tell you something about these poor neighborhoods. Scotty boy, Dilbert, they're fun as hell. That's where all the culture is. Rich neighborhoods are boring as hell.
Oh yeah, the rich neighborhoods
suck. The action and the good times are in the slums.
Oh yeah.
Any country, anytime. The slums are like, I lived in Inglewood, and my grandma lived in the South Sac. And it was a blast. We had so much fun. As an adult, would I want to live there? Not a chance.
No.
So when I think about Dilbert and Scott, it's like, I kind of feel like that if I met him, I feel like a Willem Dafoe in Spider-Man. You know what I mean? When he was like, I'm a bit of a scientist myself. Remember, have you seen that? I'd be right? I'd be like, I'm a bit of a racist myself. I too don't want to live around the poor whites.
But that's not racism. That's just good old-fashioned bigotry.
Bingo bango.
It's a very important difference.
There's a big difference, man. There's levels to this racist shit. There's levels to this shit.
I'm just out here trying to win the game.
Now we're cooking.
I told you needed a drink.
I drank this after. Don't put this on the booze.
All right.
That
fine.
came from me. Me, goddamn. Men gets lonely too. People don't want to talk about that, man. They don't want to talk about men getting, just because it's like every man has to go become a millionaire right now. That's the field. That's what they're pushing.
Well, if you're not, you're a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit.
You're
a fucking loser.
Yeah. Kill yourself.
Kill yourself. Yeah, you're a piece of shit. You're a loser. If you don't have $1 million of it, what were you doing this whole time?
Apparently not trying.
It's tough being a guy. I know. See, victim. That's how you got to play it.
Everyone needs to be a victim.
Everyone needs it.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
It's sexy to be a victim.
It's satisfying, man. It's like emotional butter. Just rubbing it all over yourself. Oh, I had this. I don't even want to talk about it. I have this sick, not fantasy isn't the right word, but of my being left on the altar by the victim.
You're already married.
I know. This is why it doesn't even make sense. But it's like, to be left at the altar. Oh my God, that's the jackpot. If you're left at the altar as a dude and you didn't cheat, maybe you're verbally abusive.
Right.
Yeah, you got some problems, whatever it is, but you get left. Oh,
it's the wedding singer. You just want to live the life of the wedding singer, where you get left at the altar and then.
Yeah, that's why they play that movie 3 times a day, every day. I say
it's in between Shawshank and Goodfellas.
You know who's a victim? Is Ben Affleck. He's a victim, man. Somehow. You could see it in his eye. I don't know what happened. I don't know fully. I don't know what he's sad about, man, but he's definitely down in the dumps.
I gotta imagine something to do with like 4 alimony payments would be pretty depressing. How many times has that dude been married?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know. Not that many times. Not as many times as his wife.
That's true.
But
I'm sure. I don't know if she's paying anybody.
I don't think he's not been on record complaining about money.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's a money thing. That's why he's not happy. I think it's a happy wife, happy life thing. I'm just gonna say it. He said nothing, but his face and his body is telling the story.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't care about this topic that much, but I do at the same time. It's a really weird spot, you know, because Ben Affleck he's got everything, right? He's the drink, you know, he's millionaire, the star, writes the movie, writes the best role for himself.
Oscar winner.
He's the leader of the bank robbers, or he's the accountant that also kicks ass. He's
got to be Batman.
And in Batman, even in Batman, I could tell, because Batman's already a guy. This is what it is. This is what it must be. We're not rich. We don't fucking know. But maybe it's like, yo, man, I've tasted all the things and I've done all that shit. Batman's like that. Yeah. Batman's like, I got everything handed to me. I now I want to be dingy and fight crime and stupid shit. Batman's stupid as hell. And he's more problem than he is help, but that's separate. But he was perfect for that role because he was like, man, I'm already want to be away from everyone. It's like he finally got some leave. Yeah, some peace and quiet. And then so it's weird that he gets with J-Lo, and this is just, we're gossiping at this point, like a bitch.
That's all this show is.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? It's all this show is.
It's pathetic. Yeah, that's facts. This is embarrassing. I should be embarrassed. But I'm just thinking on a bigger scale, man. This happy wife, happy life. If that guy is this miserable, and Will Smith was led to attacking this guy over this lady, it's like, what's the commonality there? Even Johnny Depp.
It's almost like all these guys, and on paper they've gotten everything that they're supposed to have gotten. What we're told is going to make us happy, and they're miserable. And if it can happen to them, it could happen to anyone.
That's a fact.
It can happen to you. It can happen to me. It doesn't matter where you are, what you have in life. You could just be fucking miserable.
And then you got with a guy like him, it'd be tough to be with a woman like J-Lo. That would be tough, man. You know what I mean? Like, imagine telling her, imagine her reaction to you telling her no. to you know, like, if you just not a complete, just a low life guy, which, man, hey, she's.
Go on. Finish that thought, please. I'm curious.
I don't want to say nothing, man. I don't want to say nothing too disrespectful to J-Lo, because it's not like I'm trying to take shots at her. You know, she seems like a nice lady. You know what I mean? And this guy's choice. But why are you not happy?
Right.
Why?
I need answers.
Yeah, because if you're not happy, what's that mean for me? God damn it. Why are things funny to me? There should be nothing funny to me.
Right. Yeah.
You know, the way as little money as I have, it should be, yeah, what's funny about that? Somehow everything. You know, and then you got a guy who has everything and nothing's funny. And nothing looks fun. I pay attention to that. I can't ignore that. And it seems like I don't know if enough people care about that. Now, and maybe we don't have to, because he's a celebrity.
Right. So,
you know, yeah, that's fine. That's enough. You can't go around caring about everything. That's fake. This I do actually, I'm not saying him, but why are you not happy? And then, but it's not like every guy who has everything isn't happy. Leonardo DiCaprio, my friend.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Leo who actually is doing it, living the dream, if you will. So then you have a whole nother thing there too. You have a different element. You have a guy who's nothing but green lights, making these women's life, just making memorable moments. She can't get that over here. Then if you have too much fun, then people want to take it away.
Yeah. Then
you get the fun police. So this is where I got to turn on women. I love women, but I have to turn on them. I have to expose them.
They seem to be the root of all these problems.
There's a link here. I don't want to say that. I'm not going to go as far as to say that, because I do believe in a responsibility for one's own actions. I said that weird. One's own.
Of course.
But when a guy's so happy, why does that have to be taken away? Why does that have to be questioned or measured? That's a fact. So you got two roads. Best case scenario, Ben Affleck, you're unhappy, you got everything.
Right.
Chris Rock, you get slapped, it changes everything.
Yeah.
Leo, boom, right there, all green lights. But who's mad about that? Every time he pops up with a new girl, they bully him, and then they disrespect the woman who he's with. She's too young for you. Why don't you date a woman your own age? Why would you wish that on anyone?
Oh, yeah. No, it's terrible.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Even if you want to go older, have a ride.
It's either older or every woman
climb a mountain or ride the river. What are we doing?
Every woman should date dudes that are older. Or if they're hella old, they should date young dudes.
Now you're talking.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Oh, Cher, give it to me. Madonna, put that old thing on me. Give me that dusty box. Give me that dusty box. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. So they look happy.
Yeah.
There's no guys who I never got mad at Madonna or Cher for getting some young dick, for getting their old guts rearranged by
in a new young way.
In a new young way, man. Getting reupholstered inside, man. Getting some furniture moved by some young buckra. Guys, we're like, yo, be happy. Happy you.
God bless.
Happy you. Yeah. You be happy, I'm happy. That's what I guess this segment is about. Is do we really have true equality? No. And are we in the age of the judgment-free sex era? You can have an OnlyFans. You're old enough to have an OnlyFans, but if Leo wants to be your OnlyFan, then that's a problem. I think Drake said that. I feel like he said that.
Yeah, that was on his second album.
That has to be on the
second album.
He touched that.
Yeah.
He touched on that. He's a poet. So I don't get that. That's just fun, police.
I feel like there's a callback here to Scott Adams, because like he had all this outrage and he's just like, fine, I'm done. I'm quitting. I'm not helping black people anymore.
Right.
Now there's these other people outraged.
Man, what's up?
At these dudes, these overachieving successful dudes. So what do we gotta? I'm done helping these fucking handsome fuckers. They're on their own. If they can't be happy with this great lifestyle,
man, which takes it all the way back to King, Chris Rock, man.
Yeah,
King Rock. He was right the whole time. It's selective outrage. It's very selective. You're mad at Leo for having actual fun. You're mad at Ben for not having enough fun, and and Scott Adams Dilbert has to live around niggas for you to continue not reading this comic book.
Yeah. But you're really just mad at yourself. You're not mad at any one of these guys. You're mad at where you're at in life.
In the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So there's a person you got to cancel. Cancel yourself.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's end on a fun note, man. This is the Low Road Larry. This is something we used to do on the first season, man. Is Low Road Larry Award. That's when someone took the lowest road to finding the best solution. You know, to doing the Lord's work. That's where you find it. So yeah, this is okay, by any means, this is a 22-year-old assistant girls coach. I think it was assistant JV or something. It was high school, and she was terminated for impersonating a 13-year-old player. Let's go.
This video has been edited to show you some of the highlights. Arlisha is apparently a 22-year-old young woman going up against 14 and 15-year-old girls. Now, we have confirmed that Boykins is no longer an employee of Portsmouth Public Schools, and since this game, the student athletes on the team and parents decided to just end the season. They will not be playing any more games this year. Portsmouth Public Schools did launch an investigation into this matter. The details have not been revealed by officials quite yet.
The fact that every time she makes a play, she's got the celebrate. She just rubs it in their face.
This is crazy, man. It's crazy how wrong everyone is. How could you punish this hero? Like, you talk about you want a coach and a leader, someone to really who was more leader than that, than putting it on the line, throwing that jersey on, and going out there and running down. Like, this is like Saving Private Ryan.
I was gonna say Air Bud, but yeah, you pick your movie, I'll pick mine.
Yeah, she's Tom Hanks in Saving Private Ryan, where they could have left, but they had to go fucking do some bullshit thing where she was like, yo, there's no one that could play, I'll do it. And not only does she do it, but she's cheering. She said, and one. Oh my God. Yeah, no, they shouldn't have fired her, and there's no way she should say, they should apologize to her for not hoisting her on their shoulders or making she needs a statue. I've never seen somebody who cares that much about about girls JV.
I've never been more excited about women's basketball than to see her play, and I'm including the time Brittany Griner came back to the WNBA.
And you're excited, yeah.
I'm more excited to watch women's basketball to see this 22-year-old woman just beat the crap out of young teenagers than I would to see that girl. Yeah, no, I'm great. She's happy she's back, but it doesn't make me want to watch women's basketball more.
Yeah, no, women's basketball is lit.
They need some of this.
More of this. More of this. And more episodes to come of Night Talk. Appreciate whoever watched this. We appreciate you, man. Share, like, subscribe. Jordan is doing his thizzle, so he has a bunch of podcasts. This is Drip. If you like any of this merch, tap in, man. We got it all over. Everything's for sale. We'll see you on the low road, my friends. Night Talk. We're back.